Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the juicy secrets hidden within corporate filings. Today we're diving into the Marygold Companies Inc.'s latest report, and let me tell you, it has got some interesting votes and a bit of a peek behind the curtain before we get started. If you love getting straight to the point with corporate insights, make sure you are subscribed. And if you want to join a community of fellow corporate sleuths, check out the Discord link in the description below. Now, what exactly is this document? It is an 8K filing, which is basically a report of key events that shareholders should know about. Think of it as a company's way of saying, hey, something important just happened and you need to know. This particular one deals with the results of their annual meeting and some important votes that took place. The big day for this report was the 7th of November 2025. This is when the Marygold Companies Inc. held its annual meeting for shareholders. It's the yearly get-together where owners of the company get to vote on key matters and hear directly from leadership. This is the Marygold Companies Inc. You might know them from their common stock trading under the ticker MGLDEL on the NYSE American LLC exchange. They're incorporated in Nevada, which is a pretty common state for companies to set up shop. The meat of this filing is in item 5.07, which is all about what happened when the shareholders got to cast their votes. Companies like this can't just do whatever they want. They need approval from their owners, especially on big decisions. So this section tells us exactly what they asked for and how people voted. On that November day, the company held its 2025 annual meeting. A pretty significant number of shares, over 35 million, were represented. That means a lot of the company's owners were there, either in person or by giving someone else the power to vote for them, which we call a proxy. The first major item on the agenda was the election of directors. These are the people who sit on the company's board and are responsible for overseeing the company's strategy and making sure it's run well. They serve for about a year or until their replacements are chosen. Think of them as the company's guardians. Let's look at how these guardians did. Nicholas D. Gerber received a whopping 35,608,479 votes for him. That is a landslide, almost zero, against, and no one abstaining. This shows strong confidence from shareholders in his leadership. David W. Nibert also got a similar outpouring of support, with 35,608,479 votes in favour. Again, very little opposition, signalling a clear mandate from the owners. Scott Schoonberger, while still winning by a huge margin, had a slightly higher number of against votes. He got 35,601,149 votes for and 7,467 votes against. Still a clear win, but it is always interesting to note any dissenting votes, even if they're a tiny fraction. James Alexander was also re-elected with 35,608,471 votes for and just 145 votes against. The story here is consistent, strong support for the board. Matt Gonzalez received 35,608,467 votes for and 149 votes against. Another clear affirmation of confidence. If you notice, the numbers for FODs are incredibly close for most directors. With only a handful of against votes, this indicates a very united board in the eyes of the shareholders. Erin Grogan was elected with 35,608,465 votes for and 151 against. The consistency here is remarkable, showing widespread agreement among voters. Joya Delgado Harris also saw 35,608,465 votes for and 151 against. This pattern of near unanimous support is a positive sign that the shareholders are happy with the current direction and the people steering the ship. Derek Mullins rounds out the list of directors with 35,608,471 votes for and 145 against. The sheer uniformity in these figures across so many directors points to a well-executed slate of candidates that the shareholders felt comfortable with. Now, you might see this broker non-votes column and wonder what that means. If a shareholder doesn't give their broker specific instructions on how to vote their shares, the broker may not be able to vote those shares on certain matters. These are those shares. In this case, there were 68,488 broker non. Votes for each director, which is a relatively small number compared to the total votes cast. The second important item was ratifying the appointment of BPM LLP as the company's independent registered public accounting firm for the fiscal year ending the 30th of June 2026. Basically, the shareholders were asked to approve who will be checking the company's financial books to make sure everything is on the up and up. This is a really crucial step in maintaining transparency and trust, and the shareholders overwhelmingly approved this, with 35,677,093 votes for the appointment of BPM LLP and only 7 votes against and 4 abstentions. It's clear that everyone agrees this is the right firm to audit their accounts. This kind of overwhelming support for the auditor is exactly what you want to see. It signals that the company and its owners are on the same page regarding financial oversight. This report was signed on the 10th of November 2025, a few days after the meeting, confirming that these results are official. The report is signed by Nicholas Gerber, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Marygold Companies, Inc. This indicates Hes officially submitting this information on behalf of the company. So, what is the big picture here? The Marygold Companies, Inc. held its annual meeting, and both the election of directors and the appointment of their auditors received massive approval from shareholders. This indicates a high level of confidence and agreement among the company's owners and its leadership. There were no major surprises or significant dissenting opinions that suggest any internal turmoil or major concerns about the company's direction or its financial reporting. In essence, it is a report of smooth sailing and shareholder satisfaction on these key governance matters. That is our quick decode of the Marygold Companies, Inc.'s latest filing. What is your take on these strong shareholder votes? Do you think this signals continued success for the company? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth corporate analyses. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description. For more discussions and insights, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.